Hey everyone, I'm Mike from the parkprodigy.com, and on today's video I'm going to break down 3 major changes that Universal Orlando just made that are going to completely impact your Universal Orlando trip. So I'm here at Epic Universe, where one of the most important changes we have ever received at Universal is going to be happening in the summer of 2026. So if you're in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip and you don't want to miss anything good going on here in the parks, planning your trip, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Okay, so finally, update number 1, and the one that's impacting Epic Universe really the most. And I would say we have a brand new fireworks show, and that's going to be the Universal Celestial Good Night. It's going to be a fireworks show here really surrounding the main fountain area, and the fireworks are going to be coming out up top, on top of, or behind, I should say, Helios Grand Hotel. And so this is actually going to go into effect on July 7, 2026. It has 600 synchronized light fixtures, 350 fountains, 7 million LED lights, plus a fireworks finale. So my wife and I were actually staying at Helios Grand Hotel right now. We got a preview last night of the show within the Celestial Park area. We couldn't see the fireworks, but what I would say is the light show aspect is bananas. It really is crazy. And the reason why this is important, and this is an update, is because this is the first time we're getting a true nighttime fireworks show at Epic Universe since really, I would say, the media opening night of Epic. And so the park has gone a full year without a fireworks show. And I think this definitely does change the game when it comes to nighttime entertainment when you start to compare Disney and Universal. So some of the tips and tricks that I would say, the fireworks are going to be going off behind Helios Grand Hotel. So I really feel like you want a view facing that way. What I would say, if fireworks aren't your thing and you really just want to see this park lit up at night, synchronized to the music, I would say viewing the park from the hotel looking out this way is an amazing view, because that's the view we had last night from our room at Helios. So with this, you definitely have to plan your day, because if you want to see the fireworks, of course, just like it sounds, you have to stay until the end of the night. And not only that, with that, we might see Universal possibly extend the park hours, because last night the park closed at 9 o'clock, but it's the summer. I mean, it doesn't get dark until like 8:30 anyway, so you really don't have too much time to enjoy this park at night. So fingers crossed, if you're planning your Universal Orlando trip, maybe we'll start to see some 10 o'clock closings again. I can't guarantee that, but it's just something that, updates you have to be mindful of, and make sure you're keeping an eye on the park hours as you get closer to your trip. Okay, so another thing that I'm thinking about when it comes to the now nighttime fireworks show at Epic is this might change the type of park ticket that you get, because if you now seeing this new show but you had a base ticket, but you might want to give yourself some opportunities to come over to Epic Universe at night, then you might go ahead and upgrade to that park to park ticket. And I think Universal knows this. I think that them bringing now a nighttime fireworks show to the park, and it is just an upgrade on the light show that they already were doing towards the end of the night, or their good night kiss. But what I would say is you might want to upgrade the park to park ticket. That upgrade is going to cost you anywhere between like 45 to 65 bucks. It's just a one-time flat fee. It doesn't matter if you use it 1 time, 3 times on your trip, but just something to keep in mind. You might want to upgrade your ticket. All right, guys, so just some updates as we're going through breaking down the top 3 updates here at Universal Orlando. Some things to keep an eye out for. We're here at Epic Universe today, obviously. It's around 10:30. And Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry does not have the longest wait time right now. Actually, both of the Super Nintendo World rides, the Mario Kart, Bowser's Challenge, and then Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, have a longer wait than Harry Potter right now. So I just keep reiterating that Super Nintendo World is the busiest land in the morning here at Epic, and that just proves that it is. And I still feel like you should be hitting that land at night. All right, guys, so we got an update. We're in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and we went over to the wand shop. Are you happy?
Yeah, they told us that the Generation 1 wands will work in all of the spell locations.
So you can use your interactive Generation 1 wands here at Epic. They did say you won't get, points. You can't track it through the app, but they did say that you can use them here, which was exciting. We're gonna go test it out. What I would say is, don't shoot the messenger if you come here and maybe your interactive wand generation 1 isn't working. The wands can be finicky. You might need to get it fixed, or maybe, you know, just don't shoot the messenger. But that's what we were told. We're happy because we could at least go back to our clients and let them know when these questions do come up. I mean, I know Ann is very, very happy. If you guys want, if you want to get our help planning your next Universal Orlando vacation, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. You will be supporting our family, our small business, and we would love to help you plan an amazing Universal vacation. We have a promo code you can go use also. That is Magic50 to get an extra $50 off. But I don't know, what are we gonna do next?
Let's go do some spells.
All right, we'll see you guys out there. I don't know, maybe we'll see you out there. If you see us, stop us and say hi.
Yeah, seriously.
We would love to see you. Okay, so major update number 2 at Universal Orlando Resort. So I hopped into Isle of Berk, How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, because this is a change that has to do with the Universal Express Pass. And it's not at this park, but over at Islands of Adventure Park, the Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure ride is no longer included with the Universal Express Pass. So you might be wondering, well, Mike, what does this have to do with Isle of Berk? Well, the ride here at Epic Universe, Dragon Racers Rally, actually is also not included with the Universal Express Pass. So it's, you know, the list of rides that are not included with the Express Pass is going up. The other one is the Tedentron Flyers over at Islands of Adventure. This is important to understand. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure is one of the most popular rides in all of Universal Orlando. So for Universal to take it off of the Express Pass is a huge deal, and it definitely changes sort of, is it worth it, is it not? There are of course going to be ways to get around not having the Express Pass to get on that ride as quickly as possible, and I definitely recommend taking advantage of that ride during early park admission. But that's the other big update at Universal. Okay, so we got another tip and trick here, something that's new, not to Universal, but new for us. So we just went to the Celeste Tiki and we got a $22 frozen margarita. Woo, woo. Okay, but that's not the update in the tip and trick. The tip and trick is the bartender told us we can keep this souvenir mug, or we will keep this souvenir mug, and when we bring it back, we get $6 off most of the drinks over at that one. So I thought that was a cool little sort of, they have like a drinking club here at Epic. I'm joking, but no, that's a good way to save a couple bucks, especially if you feel like you're gonna want the frozen drinks. You want to give the first sip?
Okay.
I think it's strong.
So strong.
Let's see.
Woo! It's a good margarita. It's really strong.
I think it's awesome. I think it's so good. It's cold.
We got a little tahini on the rim.
Yeah, a little tahini.
Yeah.
I think this is something really cool, and I didn't know that this was going on here, and I've been to Epic a lot.
You have to remember to bring this cup.
Yes, you have to bring this cup. Okay, so some updates. I'm talking about, summer updates going on in the park, some tips and tricks that's important to keep in mind as you're coming into the summer. The first one, I've mentioned this before, people make fun of me, but make sure you're staying hydrated. If you're not used to Florida, it's not just 90 degrees, it's the humidity that just soaks you. My t-shirt is absolutely soaked. So with that, you have to be prepared for the heat. Even at like 9 o'clock in the morning, it was so hot out, so stay hydrated, be prepared for it coming here. When you're talking about Epic Universe, what you really might want to do is, if you're not hitting Battle at the Ministry for early park admission, my honest recommendation would be maybe you want to wait till the middle of the day when it's the hottest outside and go and just wait on that line. You're good to wait 2 hours, but in my opinion, at least you're indoors in the AC. Another option that I do like for midday is definitely going to be over here in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. What you can do is you can go on to Hiccup Swing Gliders, where at least we just waited on that. It's at least shaded, so you're not in the direct hot sun. Fire Drill, though, also is a water ride. You're going to get soaked on Fire Drill. So if you do that in the middle of the day when everything is the hottest, it could be a good alternative. But also the Entrainable Dragon Show is indoors in the AC. So you could see this is another good alternative. Over in Super Nintendo World, it's not terrible in the middle of the day. I just think you're going to end up waiting a very long time. But Donkey Kong is really, I would say, the biggest obstacle that's half outdoors, depending on where you get in on the line, on the queue. Mario Kart, though, is indoors. So again, just as you're planning, just trying to think of some ways to stay out of the heat and, stay cool. All right, so not an update, but just, well, I guess it is a kind of an update, a live update from the parks. Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is a 2.5 hour wait right now. So granted, it did rain, but 2.5 hours for Mario Kart is absolutely bananas, no pun intended. So again, my tip and trick, come to Super Nintendo World at night. I understand if you have the Express Pass, you have a lot of flexibility, you can hit it whenever. What I would say though is even if you have the Express Pass, like, it is so overstimulating in this land to begin with, but now there's so many people here, it's like over the top. So I just still feel like it's just so much more enjoyable at night when it's not as crowded. All right, so here's a cool little tip and trick that we just picked up in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, and that is the Toothless meet and greet. The wait times can sometimes be inflated. And the team member told me the reason why they just leave it, let's say, at 60 minutes when it's really a 30-minute wait is because if they're expecting the Untrainable Dragon show to let out, they're expecting the wait time to go up. So what we just saw was we were, let's say, one little length, we were two, what would you call it? Like loops? There's two loops.
We have like 12 families in front of us.
That's a better way to put it. 12 families in front of us. Team members said it's definitely not 60 minutes, probably like 30. We actually only waited 20. So that is a huge win for the Toothless meet and greet because obviously that wait can go up to 90 minutes easily. So that was awesome. How do you feel about meeting Toothless?
That was so amazing. And we met him in 20, how many minutes?
20.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a really cool meet and greet,
it's
honestly.
Always different. It's so much fun.
Yeah, they do a good job. You don't feel rushed.
They have limited it to 2 pictures though.
2 photos per family.
Per family.
But like I said, you still don't feel rushed. All right, guys, so another update, not an official one that you have to keep an eye out for, is the Universal Express Now. So we're in Epic for the first time, since this Express Now has come out, and we are checking to see if there's anything available. So let's see. Oh wow, and it actually looks like there is. So we have Monsters Unchained for $9.99 with a redemption time between 12:30 and 1:30. So if you're not familiar with the Express Now, it is a brand new product the Universal recently released, and just like it sounds, it allows you to purchase a one-time Express Pass for certain rides. So it's not guaranteed that they'll have rides available throughout the day, but it's just something now. And this is a tip on top of the other updates that I'm talking about that you do need to be mindful of and aware of as you're coming to Universal Orlando. And what it does is it pretty much, based on your location, it will unlock if there is something available. What I would say is $9.99. I don't know if it's worth it for Monsters Unchained. We really were hoping to maybe see something like Battle at the Ministry, Stardust, the rides in Super Nintendo World. So we'll see. All right, so we're in the one of the stores at our hotel, Helios Grand Hotel, and what we saw was they actually have a gold power-up band to celebrate 1 year of Epic Universe. So that is something new that we just saw within the parks. Okay, so update number 3 as we work our way down to 1. And so we're jumping around already in this video. I am at Helios Grand Hotel. I'm in my room at Helios Grand Hotel. And the first update that I wanted to talk about going on at Universal Orlando this summer is specifically regarding Helios Grand Hotel and Epic Universe. So one of the things that I'm seeing is this hotel is becoming a lot more affordable than it has been over the past year. So if you've been watching my channel, you might have seen that we've priced this and done comparisons over the past year, and this hotel has been just as expensive or more expensive than the other hotels in the Signature Collection. And the reason why that's important is because there's 3 hotels in the Signature Collection at Universal Orlando that gives you the free 2-park express passes. But what we're finding is the pricing for Helios has come down significantly. And at the time of the recording of this video, this is some of the pricing that I was able to grab. So I did July 13th to the 17th. I did a standard room at Helios Grand Hotel. It was $477 per night. When I compare that to Portofino Bay was $718, Royal Pacific was $729, and the Hard Rock was $861. So why is this important? Why is this really considered an update? Well, again, if you've been watching my channel, this has not been the norm. This is something that's very new. So you might have been planning your Universal Orlando trip for a while, you haven't picked your hotel yet, and you might have just had it in your head, like, for the pricing that Helios is, it's just as expensive as the other hotels, but I don't get the express pass. You might have thought this isn't going to be the right hotel for you. But with these recent price changes and these updates, this could be a great fit for you and your family. And one of the other ways that this could sort of tie in is, even if you are, you have your heart set on, let's say, Lowe's Portofino Bay Resort, because that hotel comes with a 2-park express pass. Well, that price difference, it's almost half, or I should say $300 less per night, which is significant. At those numbers, you might want to do a split stay where you start your Universal Orlando vacation at, let's say, Portofino Bay. Because you get the 2-park express pass, you'll go to Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida, and then you can do a split stay and you can come over to Helios, and your days that you're planning to do at Epic Universe, you have easy access. There's a walking path right down here. This hotel is literally connected. I'm actually doing a tips and tricks at Helios video right now. We upgraded, we got the theme park view, so not every single room here at this hotel would look like this, but this is something that you do need to be mindful of as you're planning your Universal Orlando vacations, especially if you don't have your hotel picked out just yet. So I did a video a couple weeks back, and what I broke out in that video was, for annual pass holders, there's a hack where you can get annual pass holder discounts on your rooms, even if there's only just one annual pass holder in your room. So what we were doing for some of our clients is we were pricing up annual pass holder packages where you need one person that has an annual pass in your room. But I said the downside was that you'd have to go and purchase your days at Epic Universe, because Epic is not included with the Universal Express Pass. Well, what we found this past weekend was the annual pass holder discounts for the Epic Universe tickets is like nothing we've ever seen before. We were able to get 1-day Epic Universe tickets with an annual pass holder discount for a little over $100. And when you start to look at those numbers and say, well, hey, if you're getting the annual pass, but if the extra day at Epic is only costing you around that, it becomes a lot more realistic if you want to go down that route, get the annual pass, and then also purchase your single day tickets for Epic. So I just thought that was interesting, and something that is changing as time goes on, and the older that Epic Universe gets. I think Universal's now trying to figure out ways how to get more people to come into the parks and incentivize us with these great deals. Okay, but that is it, everyone. Those are 3 major updates going on at Universal Orlando, specifically impacting the summer of 2026 and definitely beyond. As you can see, there's a lot going on. I hope that you found this video helpful. I tried to give you, some tips and tricks throughout the video on top of the 3 important updates to just make sure you got some added value from the video. If you did find the video helpful and it seems like you need more videos just like this, just be sure to hit that subscribe button, as I have a lot more Universal Orlando planning tips and tricks videos coming out in the coming weeks. And if you're in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip and you need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. Right now, we have a special promo code you can use to get an extra $50 off your next family vacation. That's on top of our already discounted prices, and that promo code is going to be MAGIC50. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.